Yeah, what is the plan? So first of all, this is part of the Facilitation Week. Probably some of you are coming here from the Facilitation Week. We saw this advertising for different events, so it's happening everywhere. And we are members of IF since 2014. And we helped organizing the first trilingual conference in Brazil in 2019. So before pandemic, we had a conference with 110 people, more or less. And we spoke English, Spanish, and Portuguese during the conference at the same time. So it was crazy. But it worked. It was a good movement. And talking about mixing people up, that's the idea of social network webbing. So the idea is to map, is to actually to practice this structure, which is very nice, and it works quite well in face-to-face. I'll talk a little bit how it goes on face-to-face, and we have this version to work online. It's not the same thing. I think it works much better when it's face-to-face using your hands and big, large papers, like big sheets of paper on the table. But if you can't do it face-to-face, you can use this version online, and it also works. It also helps us to map the network and get some insights. So at least you learn how to do it and you can practice in face-to-face. And that's one of the structures that you can also do it by yourself to practice and to learn before you use with a group. I have been using with different groups and it's always very nice and it's quick and it enriches people's perspectives about the networks and just opens up for new ideas. Okay, I think now we have everybody. Edison is here as well. Welcome, Edison.
Nice.
Sorry
Sonali,
for my
Malik.
delay.
No
Amara,
problem.
yeah, a lot of people
Amara is
came.
there.
Yeah,
Put your phone sideways, Amara, and then we can see you better. Yeah, so the
Edison.
agenda is we are finishing this opening and welcome. We'll have impromptu networking. We'll set up the groups, and then we'll be practicing social network webbing. You'll be self-facilitating in small groups. And then we'll be sharing some insights, and then we close. That's it, Carolina.
Yeah, let's go for the impromptu networking.
Yeah, let's know who's in the room.
Yeah. So we prepare a very good question, I believe, for you to discuss in the breakouts. So, what is a change you are hoping to create in the world through facilitation or education? So this is the question that you're gonna talk in the breakout rooms, and also what do you hope to take away from this gathering, and how can you contribute with this community of practice? So we're gonna have 3 rounds in pairs, and each round is 4 minutes, so more or less 2 minutes per person. And the questions will be in the chat, and so when you're in the breakouts, you can just access all of that.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Boom. Elvis and Robbie. Come back. Everybody's back. Yes. No Mallet, Carolina?
Yeah, she's there, but
Not there.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Second round.
second round. Here we go. You're going, Carolina.
Okay. This is so awesome. I love to
Okay,
participate.
the third round will have triads and 2 minutes more. Actually, 1 minute more.
Okay.
5 minutes total. So
Awesome.
let's get to it. Welcome back.
Yeah, I like the smiles and the faces when we come back from improv networking. So probably you had a very good conversation, meaningful conversations. I did 2 rounds and it was awesome. So we are gonna go for our main dish, which is the social network webbing. And for that, we're gonna do a quick setup and in two steps. The first step, you're gonna open this slide, the Google slides that is in the chat. And in this
Share the
slide,
screen, Carolina, to show on the record.
okay. Just a minute. Share screen. Here we are. So you're gonna, in this slide, if you have a clear purpose to work on and want a network to support it, you're gonna write it in one of these post-its. Okay, so then you're gonna write the purpose to achieve in one of these post-its, and just go ahead and do that. Oops, sorry. This one.
This previous slide is just an example of the end of the map. And in order to start doing the social network webbing, we need a clear purpose. Otherwise, it doesn't work. You can move forward. So the starting point, the prerequisite, it's a clear purpose. That's why we're asking you to write a purpose on these post-its, and then we'll be, don't change the name of the of the room, Mara. The name of the room must be there.
And then in this,
Just keep the
Does the
backyard
room
there.
have
Just
any
write
meaning?
the name of the room is there, and we just want to some purposes underneath, and we'll be gathering people around this purpose. That's why we're asking this purpose. So if you have a clear one, feel free to write. We don't have to fill all of them. It's just something that you want to achieve, and that's the starting point to get the social network webbing going. Okay, lots of things coming.
yeah, good things here. Hmm.
And
Oh,
if
we
you are
have
done, you can move to the slide 5 and put your name in one of these green dots, and then you copy and paste on the slide 4, and you'll be putting it together near the purpose that is drawing your attention or where you can contribute. And remember, you'll be able to be in one place only. So don't make yourself in different places because you'll only be able to go to one. So you have to make a
So we only
choice.
pick one purpose?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. You put your name on the green, circle, and then like Mara did. So you put in your, where's the purpose that you want to work on.
And I think Mara put her name on her purpose, which makes sense. But sometimes,
Yes.
Mara, if you feel drawn to something different, you can go there and people can take your purpose over and it also work. It's the principle
And
of
if it
the
is,
open spaces.
yeah, and it's okay if there's a purpose with nobody. It's okay too.
Yeah. And we are talking about ideally groups between 3 and 6 people. It's nice. It's a good amount of people to have connections and insights. More than this, it starts to getting like crunched in regards of time and
Amar is coming.
and Sonali, can you see what is there?
Yeah, I joined from another device. Can you share the link
Yeah,
again in chat, please? Thank you.
I just put it over there. Yeah.
I'll
And
do
you'll
it.
be able to join the rooms as we move forward. So Carolina, I'll put the slides there underneath and maybe one more minute and we go. And I'll just explain the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this over here.
Sorry, I'm falling behind. Okay, I saw your message. Thank you. I'll do that.
Yeah, I just put
Yeah,
in
if you
the
just
chat so you can follow.
okay, so let me get the screen share again over here. So this is the final map. So in digital, it becomes like of kind of crazy, but in person it gets even crazier when you have markers and pens and post-its. But the idea is to get these connections and this process going. So along the steps, you'll be invited to create the map. So it makes sense for people who are creating the map. Sometimes it doesn't make sense if you look at the map afterwards, but it makes sense for people who are building the map. And the steps are on the slide 6. So I will ask one of the participants in the room to be the kind of the facilitator, the timekeeper, just to keep people on track of time. And you start putting the purpose on the top of the slide over here. So purpose to achieve. And then you start just following the steps. So 1 minute for writing the names of the members in the post-it in the center, the core group, and then people in the immediate network. So who is around this idea that you know that can help achieve this purpose. And then the next step, who else? So friends of friends, unusual suspects, who else can help achieve this purpose? And then in the last 20 minutes, you'll be observing the map, making these connections, trying to make sense of what is there. And this is where lots of insights come up. And you can indicate who has influence and expertise, who can block progress, who can boost progress. So you can use the icons if you want. And then the final step is to devise some strategies to invite people to work around blockades and to boost progress. And you take notes on the second slide of your room. So for example, backyard, we have the map and we have the second slide for strategies. Same thing for veranda, the map, and the strategies. So you just have to look for the place where you'll be. The rooms will be open so you can freely move from one place to another. So for example, fireplace. These people here, you just move yourself to the fireplace breakout room and work there for this 35 minutes. And if you have any questions, any difficulty with the tech or the structure itself, just ask for help and we can just jump in the breakout to help you. Anything to add, Carolina? You are on mute. You must not be.
You know, it's just like it's kind of an open space in that sense that if you are in a room and you can change the room, you can go to another. So just feel free for this movements.
Yeah, let's just
Nice.
double check. Yeah, looks like we have 1, 2, 3 groups. Yeah, people are still deciding where to go. So the rooms will be open for 38 minutes. So you still have like 3 minutes for this final movement and moving around and finding your space. And then 35 minutes, it's enough time to go to the steps. And one more thing to take the weight from your shoulders. We are not trying to make it perfect or to achieve like a complete outstanding result. We are here to experience the process and see what we get, we'll get where we get. Okay? So enjoy. I'll be just opening the rooms right now. And you'll probably now see the breakout rooms and you can move yourself to any kind of room. So you just click on the room, join, yes, you're there. And to move from another room, you just do the same. Open breakouts. And if you want to go back to the main room or another room, you just can keep moving. And if you need any assistance, we are here. Usually people who need assistance will stay here.
So Fernando, walk
Yep.
me through finding the breakout rooms.
On the
Please.
bottom of your Zoom,
Yeah.
there is an icon, breakout
Mhm.
rooms. If it's not there, it's hidden on more. You click more.
Cool.
And
Got
then,
it.
do you know the room you are going to?
No, but I'll find it. Cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, Michelle,
Yes,
how are you?
Hello.
I'm well, thank you. I'm gonna get there.
You have a room to run.
Let's see. I have a room to run to.
You have one.
Deck. I need to go to the deck.
Okay, sunny deck.
Okay.
Yeah, we just learned that.
You're on mute.
I just actually partnered with another organization, and they had a previously started podcast, so I'm just joining them, and we're kind of they were happy with having they've been doing it for 2 years and had a newsletter, and they were happy with just 300 followers, and I was like, oh, we can do better than that.
Yeah, 2 years. It's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think we are back.
Okay,
Carolina.
so yeah, let's hear all the groups. So we want to hear like a couple highlights from each group, and it can be like an insight, a discovery, unexpected connection, great strategy. What else you feel that is good to share here? And I just have a doubt about you, Mara. Did you work by yourself on the backyard and then you were like going to others?
Yeah, I love open space, so I tend to be like a bumblebee that flutters between things. So I went into my room knowing probably I was the only one there, and that's information that I can't explain my purpose clearly enough to attract other butterflies. But it gave me some time to think about where I might find them, so that was useful. And then I joined the 2 other groups. Thanks, and it was interesting hearing their conversations and adding a little bit here and there.
Yeah, so as a group of one, maybe you can share a highlight or an
Oh.
insight or something.
Uh,
Let me get you there. Yeah.
It's 7, 8. Yeah.
Oh, I have a network of people I already know who are working on this, but it's not their primary job. So I think part of my highlight was clarity about how to attract people to this purpose. And I don't have an answer, but being thoughtful about how to attract people to that purpose and maybe join thought leaders in their conversations and see. That's kind of where I got to.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
Let's move to
Veranda.
the veranda. And I think we have only Magna. I don't know if I pronounce your name correct.
Yes, you do. But there were quite a few of us in that group. I think Robin, Susanna as well, and Mara joined us as well briefly. I think at some point it started to appear quite daunting, to be honest, as well. We thought we'd picked a very lofty purpose. But even with that kind of feeling, we were still able to come up with some like creative ideas. Like one was around media, maybe like media is able to generate a lot of hatred, and we were thinking maybe like a negative version of media that reduces hatred in the world, for instance.
Mhm.
Yeah, very, very
Thank you.
daunting purpose.
Yeah, important. And then we go to Fireplace, which was the group that has more people in it.
Yeah,
And who wants to share an insight or a discovery, a connection, anything?
fireplace was on fire.
Yeah. So Fireplace, Addison, Amara, Chris, Elvis, Lori.
I did a lot of
Sonali.
talking, so I was hoping one of the others would. Amara, Sonali, or Lori, or
Well, I think just zooming out from our actual experience, one of the things I observed is that this feels like a really helpful tool for a collaborative sort of endeavor. The very nature of what we were exploring was individual independent consultancies. And so we could share resources and ideas, but it wasn't quite the same thing as trying to find a network and expand a network to move forward together. So I think it made some of the questions further down in the process a little harder to engage with. So we did a little imagining of what some of the other things might look like, but it made me curious to try it in that context as well.
So the map was more useful than the strategies afterwards, Laura. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe any other one from Fireplace? It's a large group. We
we
were
did
thinking here
we did
in the main room, just the fact that you were together was already something, right?
Yeah.
we talked about the stop sign a little bit because I was like, why would you have stop sign people on your, people that would block your progress? Why would they be on your map? But then some of the others pointed out, well, what if they were people you needed? Like if you're using this in maybe in a different example than this, but like uh, what if there are people in the network that maybe are important to whatever the thing is your purpose is to achieve, but those people could potentially block you, like maybe it's like local officials or something like that. It didn't seem as relevant to this exact purpose, but I could see if you were doing the exercise in a different context where it could be helpful.
Mhm.
Yeah, on the example we had on this first slide, for this group, it's a real group, and they allows us to share this map. These people, for example, the Economic Health Office, these guys, this is a city of Fort Collins. So these guys knew exactly where are the bottlenecks and how can we work around them. So who has connection with Andrew? Who has connection with Kevin and Dorothy? And so all this mapping to overcome the blockers was very important in a good way. So the blockage is just like there are some constraints that we need to go through. So that's the beauty of the map. Moving on, Carolina, for the
Yeah, swimming pool.
swimming pool
19.
19. Too many slides. Who is there in swimming pool? Mallet, Felix, and Mike swimming together.
Yes. To me, it was quite the amazing experience in that we had Millet from Ethiopia and Felix from Germany and me from the US, and we were all kind of working on the same things and have some of the same concerns and some of the same excitements and roadblocks and things like that. And then it was really kind of refreshing to see that there's small things we can do to bypass the hierarchy of thing and make those personal connections. And that to me that was the big aha that we can make those personal connections and avoid some of those other things.
Nice. Thank you, Mike.
Felix, Millet, if you guys want to jump in and add.
Yeah, the time was flying by. We were so in flow and we had such a great conversation. It was hard to stick to the steps, but every time we came back to the steps, they really led to new breakthroughs. It was very interesting. We were always kind of like flowing, and then we came back to the steps, and then they helped us unlock the next uh, picture. So the method was really supporting our process, and that was a great experience. Yeah,
Nice.
and thank you to my group members again for all those insights and connections you shared.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you, Felix.
Sunny
And
Deck.
Sunny Deck, so the group with Michelle and Uduak.
Uduak, are you, is your internet allowing you to speak?
It's probably safer if you speak.
Okay, and then I'll say what else, Uduak.
Okay.
Thank you to Uduak and Margaret Homer on the team. We found ourselves, we had to quickly get make a number of assumptions. So I think that's an interesting thing to say, maybe in the methodology, is what assumptions do you have to make in order to stick to the restricted time? Thinking about, the LS practice or the structure. So we made an assumption that I said, we're familiar with this Liberating Structures Canada volunteer group on LinkedIn. And the purpose of Liberating Structures Canada as a volunteer group is to gather people in a way that is inclusive, it builds connection, and is productive in the way it gets people aware of liberating structures. So that's what assumption we had to make. And then we sort of said, okay, who else is doing facilitation to build connection? And we had more not-for-profit groups, which we kept in yellow there. And then we had your this is the community space you've provided today, but you also are you also need to pay the rent. And Lindsay and I have a project called the Perennial Way. Sometimes we get rent money. And then Uduak said, oh, there's a leap of leadership business in Canada as well. So we knew more people doing it as community volunteer learning than we did people who were paying the rent. So that was an insight when we recolored unpaid work and paid work. And Uduak was very, very helpful, saying, okay, we need to establish, when we looked at strategies on how we might do this, it's like we need to set our healthy boundaries, because we have there's more work to be done in the unpaid work, but people's groceries still keep getting more expensive. So maybe clearer rules of engagement clear is kind. And when we do offer something like this to the community, it would be really great to know what you would like in reciprocity. Like, give the participants today 2 things to do to reciprocate for this learning experience.
Yeah,
And
thank
maybe
you.
that's we could do, maybe on Liberating Structures Canada, we could do an invitation question for you and me and everybody to say, and Felix, you do one in Berlin, or like for the Europeans, and other Liberating Structures groups that, I'm sorry, I'm taking a lot of time, but they have
No, it's okay.
dissolved because of this lack of reciprocity. So thank you, Uduak and Margaret, for naming a core barrier.
Yeah, it's nice that we can feel how it moved you.
Yes, so
and it's so nice.
I received this education and connection, and I want to reciprocate back to you who have created this space. And I think it would be nice if we were clearer, all of us.
Yeah, so we are in our like 9 minutes already. So the time just flew. And but if you can just write in the chat, so what did you wave, catch, or will keep chewing on? So maybe this is something, Michelle, that we are going to still chewing on. And yeah, so please write in the chat for us. It's nice how it came, and a lot of things are like moving, and we are thinking of and reflecting. It's nice.
Yeah, Mara, just copy the slides. The only difference in face-to-face is to go step by step with the group, and with a little more time in face-to-face, you can use more time.
And another thing that usually you have a string, so you have something before and something after, so you can build that.
9 whys before, what's a what, now what after, or mean specs, or 15% solution.
15% solutions, yeah. And I just want to say thank you for all of you for coming. And if you need to go, you may go. And if you want to stay, we're gonna be here a little bit more just to talk about what happened.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Bye. Good
thank
night.
you, Magna.
Thank you.
Night from
Thank
India.
you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Carolina and Fernando, I was supposed to tell you hi from Dave Schooler as well.
Ah.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you for coming, Mike. We'll be in touch.
Felix and I put him down on our networking, and Felix says, "Oh, I know Dave."
Yeah.
That's good.
He's a great friend.
Are you guys planning any more in-person trainings?
Yeah, there will be one in April in Vancouver.
Oh,
And on the second part of the year, we'll be traveling. So probably we'll be stopping in some places for some immersions. We don't have this planned yet, but we'll be mobile. We'll be on a motorhome driving from Nelson to Brazil for 6 months. So we'll stop along the way in a few places to visit friends.
how can you drive from Nelson to Brazil? You can't drive across southern.
With the patience.
Southern. There's nothing connecting the borders.
No, the only gap is the
boat.
Gillian Gap. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to ferry your rig to the
Wow.
between Panama and Colombia. You have to
God.
rig your.
My husband wants to drive all the way down. He's crazy.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
we have a newsletter about that, so maybe you can follow us. And
Yeah. Oh no.
no.
What kind of vehicle will you guys be taking?
It's a Class C. It's those classic motorhome with the couch in the back, and it's like a truck. So this is the newsletter. Yeah. 2 facilitators, a teenager, and 2 dogs. This is the crew.
Well, I'm going to be on the island in April, but maybe I should extend my visit.
Yeah, we'll be at UBC, so it's a very nice venue, and usually
Okay,
have
I'll
people
look it up.
from UBC as well, some coaches, some independent practitioners.
Okay, I'll look.
Some people from the United States also come up, people from Seattle, from Bellingham.
Awesome.
Very nice
Thank you so much.
place.
Have a good day.
Yeah, good day, Mara.
Thank you, Mara.
You could always just walk the Pacific Crest Trail first, and then just pick that, and then jump in your car.
That's right.